Hey all, Hipper here. So today we're checking out the Prinz Eugen and we get the opportunity to death strike a few Bismarcks. So this will be an interesting video, so keep watching. First I'll just show you my Agile Eugen build here, which is, double rudder, Agile Commander with Agile Inspirations, 3 of everything on the ship. And that's the build I run, really. So Eugen, I always push in very aggressively with the ship here. I want to bury it into the cap. If I can, if it's a domination match. And on the way in, obviously you're going to come under fire. This Collingwood here looks very hungry, but with the fast rudder, you just, you notice when they shoot, and then when the shells come close enough, you just dodge. That's it. That's all it takes. This is not the fastest cruiser out there, as you can clearly tell. We are going, 30 knots because I had to do an evasive maneuver there. So you will have to dodge a lot of stuff going in, and that's just the way it is. But when you make it into like a really nasty position like this inside the cap, you are putting a lot of pressure on the red team, because one, you have the cap and you are gaining tickets for your team. 2, you're putting pressure on the red team to actually take the cap back, and 3, taking a cap back from an Eugen that's in a nasty position like this is very, very difficult. The only way really to do it is for the other 2 caps to fall and then rush the remaining Eugen in here. Because even, pinching the ship here, I have torpedoes on each side, and it's just very, very difficult, especially with the 5.6 kilometer radar. It means that if you pop the radar on, you will keep the whole cap like a no-go area for destroyers. So a destroyer cannot even sit in the cap and keep you from gaining tickets. And it works really, really well this way here. So if you can get your Eugen, or Hipper for that matter, into a position like this, I mean, you have all the time in the world. And it doesn't matter that your battleships, run away like this King George here, because sooner or later the Reds are going to have to make a push, and that's what you want. You want to play your ship to the strengths of your ship. And Eugen's strength is basically, ambushing ships that are pressured into making plays they probably really shouldn't be doing. Now, speaking of making plays you probably shouldn't be doing, this will be the first of our friendly Bismarcks. Well, not really friendly Bismarcks, but, our unfriendly Bismarcks who will attempt to start a push. And I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I haven't been spotted for nearly 2 minutes, so I'm pretty sure this guy has forgotten about me. And he's thinking, hey, it's Bismarck time, and I'm just setting up a little bit of an ambush here. And yeah, well, that's really what Eugen does. That's really what Eugen does really well. Here, Mr. Bismarck, have some torps. So this is what you want. I mean, this is also like a head-scratching play by this Bismarck here. Like, he saw me come out, and he had probably around 10 seconds to, make a move. He could have slowed down and perhaps missed a few of the torpedoes, but he didn't. So who knows? I mean, it's when these ships are on your team that's when the frustrations start to pile up. But of course, when they're on the red team, well, it's excellent. I mean, no one's going to complain about it then, right? So here we have number 2. So he must have seen the demise of his friend and been thinking, hey, that looked fun. I want to try that too. And this guy is acutely aware of me. He's got his sonar on, and someone is targeting me. I don't think it's him though, because he was shooting at someone else. But it's obvious. It's very, very obvious what's going on here. And look at the torpedo reload on Eugen. It's very fast, and most people forget about that. It's very, very useful. So this Bismarck here, he's actually trying to slow down, but he's just going too fast. And there is no way to counter what's going to happen here. So that's the second death strike on a Bismarck in, first 5 minutes of the game. And I realize that this is an extreme battle, but this is the way I play my Eugen. Get it into a nasty position like this, take total control of the cap, and if someone tries to grab the cap, like namely a destroyer that you can't see, pop your radar, no, your sonar on, and you should be able to cover at least most of the cap, making it really, really difficult for destroyers to do anything really to dislodge you. They can keep you spotted, but if you keep in cover, then it's not really going to help at all. So my battleships, well, the two that were behind me have been obliterated. I don't really know how that happened, but the Collingwood here is a problem because the engine on Eugen gets taken out very easily, especially by battleship high explosives. So that's why I'm a little bit careful here. The AP bites really nice into Collingwoods at Nelson's, by the way. So if you look at the map, it's very obvious that we've got these guys on the run. 3 of their 4 ships are up in the quadrant to my north, and there's really no threat up there. So it's better for me just to sit here and, wait again for them to make a move that is bad for them, really, instead of pulling out and, fighting a Collingwood that'll just take out my engine, and then I'll be a sitting duck for HE spam. So again, play your ship to its strength. I mean, Eugen is not bad at dodging shells, but it cannot do it to the same extent as other agile cruisers. So if you can, get away with playing in, a more suitable way for Eugen, then you do that, obviously. So instead of actually engaging these ships here, I'm going to try to reverse out a little bit to see if I can keep them spotted, because there is a carrier out there, and one, obviously I would like to nail the carrier, and 2, keeping these guys spotted will just, in general help me out. So the Myoko gets spotted, and he's like, uh-oh, I wonder who's actually spotting me, and he's down to like nearly no health at all, and of course every one of my salvos miss except for the last one there. And Collingwood is interested in other things, so we can get off a salvo at him as well. And like I said before, the German AP, it's really nice against these Nelsons and Collingwoods here. Like you get good damage, especially if they're full broadside. This guy wasn't, but if you can catch them broadside and not hit an island, then you can farm pretty good AP damage. So the Shokaku pops up, and if you don't like overpens, then don't look for pretty much the remainder of the battle, because first I'm starting out with an AP salvo here, thinking I'll just citadel this thing out of the water. That's not exactly what happened though, and we give it one more shot with AP, and this time I'm thinking, okay, I got it. This is like right at the waterline. This should be, but nope, no go. So we give it one more shot with AP, and I mean this is his 3rd salvo, and like how ridiculous is this? And we get 0 again. So we switch to HC and say, okay, maybe I'll be able to citadel it with high explosive shells instead, because AP is getting me nowhere. So this is either the luckiest carrier out there, or at least one of the luckiest ones, or I'm just terrible at shooting, and who knows, it could be either way, but yeah, I just keep going, because, I mean, he's just sitting there, and this is, what is this, salvo number 7 or something like that? Just, sometimes carriers are just ridiculous in this game here, like absolutely ridiculous. So finally he gets torped, and I can stop torturing myself over here. So that was the last ship, and that was Eugen getting 2, and I'll admit that, very, very easy dev strikes on Bismarcks. But still, I had a lot of fun in this game here, so I'm not gonna complain. Hope you enjoyed it. See you out there.